everybody. It's Wendy Steenshiner here on Naughty Fairy TV, streaming to both Facebook and to YouTube. And with me, I have the newly #1 nominated colorist for 2021 for Colorist of the Year. I have Kerry Ann.
Hello.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I am good. How about you?
Good, doing good. Congratulations on your nomination.
Oh, thank you.
I am so proud of you. You've worked so hard and done so much for so many different artists and creators. So congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you. It was just such an honor. And Wendy Gale is the one that nominated me. And she is just the sweetest person in the world. And I'm just so ecstatic to have so many great people surrounding me and building me up all the time. And I love it.
Yay. I'm so happy. That just makes me just super happy. And I see some people, Steph. Hi, Steph. And Joshua. Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Joshua.
And Steph says, so we've got a few people here and some people watching over on YouTube. So I wanted to welcome them to the show. It's super exciting to have like our own Naughty Fairy show going. We've got Marseille. Hi, Marseille.
Marseille.
And Joshua. Uh-oh.
Bye.
Wendy Gale is a wonderful person. I adore her. And Shani. Hello, Shani. So good to see you. So we've got all of our hellos going. So tonight, one of the things I think I wanted to talk about that I don't think gets discussed enough in comics is the kind of the tact and the art of collaboration. Because, you know, I think for fans, they get to see the finished pieces. And they don't realize all the stuff that happens like in the background and discussions that are had or working out color choices or trying to fulfill a vision. And I think I'm super honored because I get to work with you like every day and talk with you. And we end up making more work for Steph. He just doesn't know it yet.
Well, I think he does know it. He's right there. His head just went, what work? What?
Yeah. That's what ends up happening, I think. So I think for us, we can kind of talk about like what our process is when we come up with an idea. So generally what ends up happening is I say, hey, what do you think? And usually Steph and I have already like worked out what our lines are going to be and how we kind of want it to go. And then from there, he kind of hands it over to you. And this is where the magic comes because you bring it to life. I think so. He knows.
He kind of knows.
Yeah. Oh, yay. I haven't looked in my mailbox yet, so I'm hoping I have mine sitting out there. No, we don't, because that's
how the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. And Lewis is here.
Hey, Lewis.
And Doom, absolutely. We see that one a lot. So Kerry, when Steph hands over those lines to you, like what do you start with your process?
Well, if it's on a character that I know, I will already know the color guides and what they are supposed to, but I will ask him, okay, so what's your vision on this? What is, I might not listen to him all the time, but that's how we get into trouble. But, so I'm like, what was your vision? Because, as an artist, they have it one way in their head. And then usually a creator has it one way in their head. And then my job is hopefully to bring it together, and that's kind of what I try to do. So if it's a character that I know, like if it's a Naughty Fairy character, I know them, they all have their own palette. So I just start with the girl and he'll be like, okay, with the Siren S one. Let's take the Aussie cover, for example. He gave me, okay, I think I found it, but we found the image that we wanted to look like. So I had something to work off. So then I started working on, usually it's the girl and this and that. And then we get to the background and then it's a whole different story.
Right.
Because then it's like, okay, so what do we want to do? And then at that point, you and I are usually having a conversation and like, well, what do you want to do for the background? Like that one that we're going to show later, that background was our collaboration. That was you and I talking back and forth and coming up with this amazing, idea. So that is pretty much what everybody doesn't get to see, is that the conversations and the trials and the errors. Oh, let me try that. And, I'll be, FaceTiming with Wendy, and I have my iPad. I'm like, oh, let me try this. And where she'll, working on her computer, and we start sending things back and forth. And usually what happens that we're done is it's beautiful.
Yeah. I have so much fun with that part. Like once Steph is done and he hands it over, I get so excited because I'm like, okay, I get to see this magic. And you always send me the girl, like, what do you think? And I'm like, she's gorgeous. All right, now we get to play. And this is the part that I think is so much fun, because you get to create her world, basically, where she is, what the environment is. And it's great because, like you said, we have a cover dropping tonight.
Yay!
For Naughty Fairies, for the Naughty Fairy Con and Sireness's World Tour. And it's a Courtney Rose cover that Kerry Ann did the colors on, and it turned out really awesome. I teased a little bit of it, and yes, another one. There's always more. It's a Naughty Fairy Con. It's gigantic. And this piece is really gorgeous, and I want to share it, but I don't know if it's too early.
Well, let's talk about it a little bit first.
We need to talk about it. I think so.
This was my first opportunity to color a Courtney piece, which I was very excited about. I was very nervous about because, I have colored other people's work, but every time I color somebody new, I don't know how the lines are going to be. I don't know how I'm going to react to it. I don't know how it's going to look in my style, and within the first 2 seconds when I saw Courtney's lines, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. Yeah. Wendy always has faith in me. So she's like, yes, you can do this. You can do this.
I know you can, because I got to see the line work, and the lines were sharp. They were crisp. They were beautiful. Yes. So I wasn't worried too much about you being able to do it. It was just really, it's that confidence. And you've been coloring for Steph now for 2 years, and you've colored stuff for me for April, and you have done some top secret stuff that's in the works, and we're stretching you out, and we're teaching you, and I'm so excited because I love having Kerry on Naughty Fairy colors for everything. So and I think it's because we do work so well together, and we're able to discuss, and okay, this isn't working quite right, or I really like this, but in my head I have this other idea. Can we try it? And you're always so willing to give it a go. Like, okay, we'll try this. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes something you send over, you're like, oh, I'm just not loving it. So what do you think we can do? And we tweak. And I think because we're willing to tweak the pieces and work together, it always comes out it's just mind blowing at the end. Well, and Steph will come in and he'll start like, hey, have you guys thought of this? Or he'll see something you're doing. He'll go, wait, stop right there. Show her. Okay, what do you think of that? And I'm like, oh, that, it's just having that openness. Yes. And I think creators and artists have to work together, and they have to be open to those changes. And, it's okay to change it. It's okay. And if it's a little different than what the creator wanted, it could be better. And you always want to put out the best work you can. So I love the fact that I get to do that with you. And we come up with some really awesome pieces, because our thing lately are all the sunsets and the trees. And from the time I was at Baltimore until now, like Kerry and I have sent each other pictures of trees of all different types in all different seasons, because here we just lost leaves, and there's still some trees that are green, and I'm sending those to her, and she's sending me her forest, and it's just beautiful.
And my snow-covered trees.
And your snow-covered, oh my gosh, they were amazing. So the snow-covered trees with new feathers. I think so.
They really are the new feathers. We seem.
Hi, oh, Wendy's here.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much. I adore you.
So, let's see. I've got one more comment, and then I can add to it.
Oh, yes. Yay, Tom.
That is exciting. So I'm super excited. Wait, you have to see this one. Wait, right here.
See Ruben for trees.
Poor Ruben. So the book we're talking about right now is it's Sireness. It's on the Naughty Fairies Comic-Con. The link is down here in the scroll bar. And welcome to the show, Caesar. And we are getting ready to drop a really cool new cover, and we're talking about that piece. And one of the things when I sent over the line art, well, because I collaborated with Courtney, and I said, this is what I'm thinking of. I want her in this like doorway, and I want her fabric to kind of be in an S shape open, so it kind of flows, and it's just very soft and sensual, without being overly it's not obnoxious. It's a more elegant piece. So she sends over the lines. I send them over to Kerry, and both her and I are just like, wow, this is just beautiful. And we discuss some color choices, and then we've got the doorway, and she goes, what do you want in the background? And that's where we had a lot of fun. It was like, okay, do we want it to be daytime? Do we want it to be nighttime? Do we want to have just have sunsets in the background or a sunrise? And I sent over the trees. And these trees were magical because they had all these icicles, and it was the way it was the way the image was set was like you're looking up into the trees, and the icicles are coming down, and you just got these rainbows in the light. It was just gorgeous. And I said, let's play with this. So we have that going in the background, and then you did that magical stuff with your lighting on the colors, and it's fantastic. So it's so neat to see. Oh, look, it's Haley.
Hi, Haley.
So it was so neat to see. It was so neat to see how kind of what I was thinking of in my mind and what Kerry did with it just come together, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, that's always my end goal. I mean, I know Steph makes fun of edits and this and that, but when it comes down to it, the bottom line is that, as a colorist, my job, like I said, is to combine what the artist and what the creator had in mind. And the more information I have, the easier it is. So with you, it's great because you and I talk all the time. We work with some other creators that Steph already knows. He's already talked to, like Lewis. He'll talk to Lewis and say, okay, this is what we want. Okay, cool. Go with it. And so it's communicating, so, I mean, and that just makes such a better thing. And you have to be open-minded. I don't care. Yes, I will probably get upset if somebody told me to change every single thing that I did. But for the most part, if you're communicating, you don't have that issue.
Right. And I think
that deal with the funness of
it. Yes. And I think that's what when especially when the three of us collaborate, holy cow.
It's dangerous.
It like all of a sudden I'm looking at, another 500 stretch goals that we've come up in like 3 minutes. And
7 covers.
And we all start researching stuff. Okay, time to research, and we're all over it. So it's really cool to see. Let's see.
Who did?
See a cover or past issue. There's one of the past issues. So that is from the Naughty Fairy Con last year, actually. We have Aislinn. That's there's a non-tattooed version. It's more like a daytime one that turned out beautiful. There's the daytime one. And that was Steph's lines and Kerry Ann's colors. And then that was for the 100th cover for both Naughty Fairies and for Steph and Kerry Ann.
No, just Steph.
Oh, just Steph, because you were a couple behind. Just a couple. But we have a 200 cover coming out soon. I did not just release that. But we do.
It's not anytime like next week, guys. So
no, we have time. We have time.
You're okay.
Yeah, we have time. We've been planning this out, and we're super excited. And yeah, so that's a whole nother thing.
Okay, so back to Courtney, because I'm dying to show this. So
yes.
As for me, the hardest thing was, and Wendy and I talked about this, is since I've never colored Courtney's, the first thing I did is I pulled up, well, actually Steph did it for me. He sent me pictures of her style in different versions. So I can kind of get where she was going for. And that was such... Tom,
he doesn't want us to delay.
We'll get to it, I promise.
We'll get to it, I promise.
And that was such a big help, because, everybody draws different. Everybody has different expectations. And everybody colors different. So no, I'm not going to color like anybody else. But at least I can see kind of where the thought process was. Yeah. Like, okay, so that's how she likes her noses, or that's how she likes, and so that helped a lot. And yes. Like I said, and once I started working on that one, she just kind of fell right into, and, I get very emotionally attached to what I'm coloring. I talk to them, and Steph makes fun of me all the time.
No, but it's true. I've talked to more artists, tattoo artists say the same thing. Like Christina will say the skin starts talking, and it tells you exactly where to put the ink. And the same thing happens with colors. Yeah. The same thing happens when I'm doing my work. It does. The piece starts to speak.
And like if I do a piece for somebody, like Steph will say, "Oh, we're going to do this cover and it's a new one." I'm like, "I need to know about the character. I need to know the name." And he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I talked to it."
We need to have her name. That was like the first thing you asked. What's her name?
Yeah.
And tell me about her, because you wanted to pull personality. If she's a really dark character, you're not going to do bright pink and bubblegum.
Exactly. I'm not going to go poppy. I'm going to go darker. And yeah, so definitely.
Exactly.
So do you think we made them wait enough?
I think so. So now I just have to go find it. No, I'm kidding. I have it right here. I won't torture you too much more. So let me see if I can move us out of the way. It might cover over us, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. So you won't see us. I'll show you first the regular version. Okay. You guys ready? So this is the regular cover. And you can see the magical trees in the background. So this is Sireness here. And she is in her gown. It's in her castle because she is the queen of her domain. And then the naughty cover,
which is my
just a little slip. Just a little slip. And then we've got more of a nighttime. And then Kerry Ann added and changed the lighting on her just a little bit to reflect that nighttime feel. So both of these covers are going to be, let's see. Let me go over here and see. They should be live on the campaign already. I think they're already active, but I want to check before I send you over there, because that would make me feel really bad if I send you there and then they're not there. And I don't want anybody to be sad. But Kerry Ann did a fantastic job. So Kerry Ann, I'm going to pull up the regular cover while I'm checking this.
Okay.
And if you want to, or I can pull up both of them side by side. It's the actual pledge tier. And you can go ahead and talk about that and kind of go through a little bit of your process. So seeing them next to each other, you can see where some of those differences is in the lighting.
So yeah, this is what Wendy and I were talking about, collaboration and going through. So that background is very magical. And so with her dressed, the regular version, we wanted to do a day, so I kept it bright and light. I added a lot more yellows and a lot more blues to the background. And then I didn't want to do the dark, the night, like your typical black. She's wearing purple, I mean, she's Sireness. So I went with the magical purple sky and, really kind of faded out the colors and then, added some more pinks and purples. And then actually Steph had told me, he goes, why don't you do that cool light trick you do with the purple? And once we did that, it was perfect. So that was another form of collaboration, is to have artists sitting next to me is really handy.
Yes. I mean, that makes the biggest difference.
And to have somebody else with another set of eyes. And, because I'll show Steph things as I'm doing it. And he'll be like, yeah, he's like, why don't you try doing that? Or do that thing that you do here with the hair. Or add some shiny things. And Steph loves flares. So he'll be like, add a flare. I'm like, this doesn't need a flare.
We need flare lights.
Oh, he loves
flare lighting. I love that. That's one of my favorite things to play with are adding those lighting effects.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you didn't add it on here because we already have some happening in that background because of the light coming through the trees.
It didn't need it. And I didn't want to make the dark background. I thought about adding like a little glitter, to like sparkle from the moonlight.
Yeah.
But it kind of took away from the purple. I did try it when I was playing with it. And I was like, no, it just kind of like now my eye's going right to the back and not to her.
Yeah.
And let's face it, it's all about Sireness in this cover,
It absolutely is. And like her lines, like I said, her lines are already amazing. And then your colors. I mean, I hope that Courtney uses you in the future for other pieces because I think you complement her work really well.
I enjoyed working on her work. So yes, I would love to, definitely, work on more. As we all know, that Steph keeps me very, very busy. But I do love working on other people's work. I love working on, Courtney's was great. I love working on April. Working with April is amazing.
My computer is doing so many weird things at the moment. Like, I don't know what just happened, but like all my screens went black.
Oh no.
So you didn't have any glitch there, right?
No, we just had the video. I mean, we had the pictures up. We're still.
That was so weird. I'm just like, I don't know what happened, but I'm glad everybody's still here. I'm glad we didn't lose anyone because I was getting worried. But I have the sets available live. They are as add-ons. The individual covers, I'm going to add after the show. So just because I want to make sure, I don't want to rush through it, and I had them set, but I'm not happy with how it was worded. So I'm going to go through and make sure. So as soon as we're done, I'll upload those and make sure that they're safely on board and not any weirdness happening. But you did a great job, and I'm so proud of you because I know anytime I throw new artists at you, it kind of panics you just a little. You get a little nervous, and you always step up and you do it, and you do a great job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So for those just joining us, I hope you do know that Kerry Ann was nominated for Colorist of the Year over on the Independent Creator Awards. So if you haven't voted for her, take the time, go over to her page. It's on Steph's page, it's on my page, it's on Kerry's page, and you can vote. And let's help her win because there is nobody working harder coloring right now than you because we keep you busy.
Well, speaking of nominated, somebody else was nominated too.
Steph nominated me. Yes,
nominated
and it was
for
so
crowdfunding.
sweet.
Which
yes,
you say Kickstarter. What do you think of?
What do I think of?
Well,
oh goodness,
you think of work.
I think goodness, I have a lot of stuff.
But I think of Wendy. So yes, I saw Haley. Thank you so much. so yeah, so definitely check out Wendy's and vote for her too, because her Kickstarters are magical. The one that she's in now is just amazing. And I spent so much time talking about collaboration. We spent so much time on this that I feel like I'm connected, and that's why I check your Kickstarter like 3 times a day.
Well, when we're talking, I always say, okay, this is where we're at. This is what's happening. And I always because you guys are so much a part of this campaign, and you guys are always a part of my campaigns. So you're so in there. I can't imagine running my campaigns without you there, because you guys are just you're not only my best friends, but you're my support and my guidance. And Steph always has great ideas. Yes. To okay, have you tried this or have you tried that? And I can't do this alone, and there's no way I could do this without your guys' support. You guys keep me sane and from jumping off walls, and because yeah. Well, I ask at 2 a.m. because that's what time it is here. And then I figure, okay, it's 5 o'clock there. He'll get up in an hour or two and see it. And your phone's downstairs, so it doesn't wake you up anymore because of that.
He doesn't ask me for advice at 2 a.m. So he knows I'm sleeping.
Right. So I really try to make sure that that when these campaigns are running, that I try to promote everybody as much as I can. And it's hard because I have so many different people involved. So I try to, I was promoting Haley yesterday and Marseille and the girls. I mean, I've got Morgan, I have December, I have Kara, I have December. I already said December. I have Marseille, I've got Haley, and I've got, I have 6 girls, and I want to make sure each one of them gets time, on top of having, Ruben and you guys and CB, and my list is just growing. And I've got Jay Ferguson, and I have so many people involved, and I always feel bad because I know I didn't name the rest of them just now. But I'm just honored that you guys just want to work with me, for one thing, and that I haven't driven you crazy, because we come up with some really awesome ideas.
I was going to say, working with you on, not just Kickstarters, but anytime we do a project, or, we get into trouble and we create new projects, and we've got some great things coming down the pipeline, and amazing things coming down in this year. It's going to be an amazing Bad Kerry Studio Naughty Fairy year together. So
I am so excited. There's so many things. Everybody knows Luna Tales is coming, because Luna Tales is coming out after this one fulfills. So once Naughty Fairy Con is over, then we start with Luna Tales. And then after Luna Tales, we have an amazing project that we've been talking about this for over a year and a half.
Over a year, yeah.
It has been in the pipeline for a long time. And I
hasn't said anything. That's what amazes me.
It has taken everything not to say something, because I'm so excited. And this is Kerry. This is really Kerry and my baby. And poor Steph just keeps saying, please don't make me have to do more work.
And we're like, oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm working hard to make sure that he doesn't have to do too much.
And I'm making sure he does. So we're okay.
Because this one's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys don't even know what we have planned for the end of this campaign. We have some magic coming that is going to blow your mind. And it is I have to say, I think this is what's coming is going to be, I think, my favorite pieces that you guys have done.
Really?
I absolutely dream about it. And when Steph came up with the concept work and you did the colors on it, and then we did the magic happened, it is unbelievable, you guys. And I can't even tease it. I can't do anything.
No, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful, beautiful work. This is what happens when Wendy and I talk and Steph's in the background. Because if you guys don't know, Wendy and I talk pretty much every day.
Every day.
At least 6 days a week.
Yeah.
But so we usually talk every day. And so we're talking and Steph's drawing in the background and he'll come over with something. And he'll be like, look at this. And okay, Wendy's like, oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And, for Steph, it's just like, this is a thought in my head. I want to do it, or the other thing that we have coming out next month. I was working on it and I was loving it the way it came out. So I'm sharing it with my friend here. And she's like, oh, we have to do something with that.
Yes. And that, oh my gosh. And that piece, holy cow. So we're not even sure. We're not even sure. Yeah, it's not part of the Kickstarter. It's going to be afterwards. We're not sure if it's going to be, I don't think it'll be Valentine's Day, but it'll be sometime after that. And this one, oh my goodness, like it's unbelievable. And you guys are not going to believe how amazing this is. Like I was just sharing the back cover before we went live and this thing is gorgeous. So
that happens to be my favorite piece, I think, that we've ever done so far.
It is. It really is. I mean, the one that I'm talking about for the campaign is my favorite, I think, campaign piece. Whereas this one, in terms of art and Steph's lines and your colors and the way it turned out, it is absolutely incredible. It is fantastic.
I know I do. I actually think that's my top piece. And I have some pieces of Naughty Fairy work that's among my favorites out of all time. One we showed before is I love the Tattoo Girl, the motor.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
But
it's hard because each piece is like, because you guys keep stepping up your art. I mean, Steph's lines of late have just been absolutely incredible. And between his lines and your colors and your expanding on your color work, you guys are the ultimate team, and it shows. And you guys are growing together, and he's challenging you and pushing you, and you're experimenting with painting more digitally and doing more, learning new techniques. And I love the fact that we get to share strategies and techniques and little tutorials, like, oh, here, you're on your Photoshop, here, let me explain this really quick. And you're like, oh, I didn't know it could do that. And you were talking to me about using the iPad and Procreate, and I animated a video last night, and posted it. So I had never done that on Procreate. I usually do it in other software. So it was really neat to see all of these different things and these little tweaks and stuff coming, and really not just improving, but it's just like creating just amazing pieces of art.
We're definitely expanding, and I think we're expanding our well, I know I am anyway. Steph, we all know Steph hates to do backgrounds. He likes the girls, but something's background. So I like with the Aussie cover. So I painted it. And he was happy because he didn't have to do anything.
Well, and you did your first real painting with the Naughty Fairy books with the dragons. Exactly. Those are the pieces I was thinking of. And those turned out phenomenal. And those are all painted backgrounds.
Yeah, this is the one this was the first one that I actually painted a background. And then, and then the Aussie and, a couple other ones, but, I've been trying to do it a little bit more, just playing a little bit. We have the opportunity now where I'm working on some a print set. So I get to play a little bit more and do what I want. So I'm trying to expand my horizons and learn something new as I go.
Now you have a print set coming out, and you're looking at about when?
I don't know yet. I still have to finish that. I have one more print to do. 1.5, because I have to finish the background, and I'm hand painting that background, hopefully. So it's going to take me a little bit longer. But I'm hoping probably in February sometime. I think the book will come out first, which the book should be out probably by the beginning of February.
And that's for the
Sweater Girls 2.
right?
Yes.
Sweater Girls 2.
Sweater Girls.
Yeah, you wanna look out for Sweater Girls 2 because that's already at the printers.
That's at the printers. Hopefully, I'll have them in about a week or so, and we'll get that going by the end of hopefully sometime in February, the beginning of February. We're thinking they're not going to be bad. The books are what $30 each. It is going to be limited to 50 only, though.
Only 50 books.
Only 50 books. We decided to make it super exclusive. We're doing more. I don't know if you guys, most of you guys know this, but we've been doing more books. We're going to do more themes, smaller quantities. It's going to keep the shipping down. It's going to keep the page count down. It'll keep the price down. But you still got 6. I think I did 6 colored pages in here. I think I did 6. And then the front and the back cover.
Yeah.
So, I try to keep the colors, consistent. One day, yes, I will do an all colored book. I know it's been asked for. I just have to figure out, my timing, because it's a lot of work, but it would be a lot of fun. I keep on looking at the Pajama Girls and thinking, oh, I want to color them all. So,
the Pajama Girls are so adorable. Oh my goodness.
So I don't know if I'm going to or not, but then we have to decide, and people have to decide whether they want the line works in there too. And then we go back to being a really big book and expensive again.
Yeah.
Or do they just want my colored pieces?
Or you do 2 books. You do a colored and you do an unplugged version.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I know. This is what happens when we collaborate.
I know. See, you guys see the collaboration in action. We do 2 books.
Oh.
You do a color and a black and white.
Yeah. This is how it happens, guys. That's how the magic happens. I tell Wendy all the time, we share a brain.
We do. Because
we'll be working on something like the Sireness cover. And we're working on the notes. And she'd be like, well, let's do it this way. I'm like, well, I was just going to do that.
Yes. And that was for the Forest Fairy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that one is, oh my gosh. I love how that turned out.
And
yeah.
I like that cover. I mean, I love the Aussie cover.
Yeah.
But it's rocker. It's Aussie. And then you go from like this really heavy, fun, dramatic Aussie cover to this fun and bright, forest.
It's awesome, because I think, and what I've really liked about all the different covers on this campaign is we actually get to see a really awesome transition from Sireness when she's in the forest and watch her evolve. And we see her evolve from this magical fairy creature that she's a forest creature to being this celebrity rock star villain. And I love the fact that the way both you and April captured that forest.
I love April's piece. It's so Disney-esque.
That and talk about collaboration. Her and I had talked a while back, and she had done a centaur, and she was doing sketches, and it totally reminded me of Fantasia in that scene where all the little magical fairies and the magical animals are doing their thing. And I said, I have the idea for Sireness for you. And so when I pitched it to her, she was like, oh, Fantasia. So she created that piece to look like an animation cell.
And it does. It looks so incredible.
It's gorgeous. And I wish that the pictures could really show off how amazing that piece is. But that's going to be one that you see printed. It's going to be just dynamite. But we've got both your piece and April's piece showing that part of her. My piece kind of shows her her transition. And then we have all these other amazing pieces of her as Sireness in her glory. And then you have Marseille's cosplay, and you have Haley's cosplay, where she is in that transformation stage, where she's not Sireness yet, but she's not the forest creature, and she's not human. She's got all these different elements, and it just, the cover choices and the artwork that was brought to this campaign was just phenomenal.
Bye, Haley.
So, let's see. Oh, bye, Haley. Oh, that's what you were saying. Bye, Haley. So, I just absolutely love seeing all of those pieces come together and having them all in one campaign. Like, I really wanted it to be like 6 covers, but everybody brought it to the table. Ruben did a great job on his piece. I mean, I can't say enough.
One's prettier than the other. I mean, they are all gorgeous. You know, I mean, we all know I love Lorenzo's pieces. You know,
Yes.
this absolutely knocks it out of the park every time. But Christina's is gorgeous, and Ruben's is gorgeous. And like you said, I can't name them all, unfortunately, because it's just there's so many. And the cosplayers did an absolutely amazing job.
And I'm so blessed to have so many beautiful women that want to be part of this, and you know, are willing. Like, it's like, hey, do you want to do this? They're putting themselves out there. I mean, you can't hide, and they're there, and they've just done phenomenal. I mean, everybody is just beautiful, and their pieces are fantastic. Yeah. So let's see, we've got a couple paper shortage. I have not run into paper shortage issues as of right now. As far as I know, my printer's he hasn't relayed that there's any issue. So that's a good thing. Let's see. I recommend the Steph Wilson covers as well. There's a few. They're gorgeous. And I mean, the unplugged one. Okay, so that piece that Steph did for the Aussie cover with Luna there.
Yes.
I have the original lines, and somebody is at some point going to pick that up, because that has not been made available yet, and it will be. And when that piece comes available, you guys are going to want it. It is absolutely gorgeous.
The naughty fairy, the
Aussie.
Yeah.
Oh, the OA?
Yeah, the OA.
That's not available yet?
No, she hasn't put it up yet.
I have not put it up yet.
Did you shade it and everything too?
Yeah.
It's shaded. It is
all
gorgeous.
shaded, and
And so that piece is incredible.
I see the work before it's shaded usually. So because it's easier, he just gets me the lines.
Right.
And then he takes the work back and does the shading and does all that stuff. So we, you know, whatever we're going to do with the OA. So I never get to see the shaded work as much as you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, I was just excited because it arrived, and I just cried because it's so gorgeous. And so that piece I wanted to make sure was part of the campaign. And I did that as the unplugged version. So those black and white pieces are unplugged because we're doing a rock and roll concert, you know.
You need your acoustics, exactly.
So that just seemed like such an easy thing to do in terms of setting it up. Always take care of your bartender. Absolutely. They are. Rob, you always have the best tips. And you haven't had issues either. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it really has to depend on who your printer is. And I know my printer, when I saw them, when did I go out there? When I picked up books and I talked with my printer, you know, I had asked him about it. He shows me this warehouse that he's got. And he is like, yeah, we knew it was coming, and we bought a lot of extra, and we were prepped. So hopefully that's not something that's going to happen. I mean, it's not to say it won't. I don't know, with all the Kickstarters that are getting ready to come out this month, that could be a factor. I don't know, but it depends on where everything gets printed.
I
But
think
I'm going to
most
use my
people,
guy, and he does a great job. And, you know, it's fantastic.
yeah,
So,
I think it depends on too, like you said, the printer and what their stock is. So, you know, I don't know if some smaller printers might not have paper if they didn't plan.
yeah. And I think it really is about planning and kind of paying attention to what's going on and making sure everything's, you know, on the up and up. And, you know, I love working with my guys. Thomas has a question for you, but she's not going to give you, I don't think she'll give you a rate on the live stream.
No, but Thomas, you can definitely message me or Steph, whatever you're more comfortable with it, and we can talk about rates.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely vary on the piece too. So
yeah, because she doesn't want to quote you. It's going to be, you know, $100 and it's a $7,000 piece because, you know,
you want it all hand painted and
right.
and a background. Yeah.
So, you know, we have to make sure that
but Thomas, please definitely reach out to me or staff, or, you know, and we'll definitely can talk about it. Cute.
So we always have a great time. And, you know, I just, I want to make sure that people know how, like, I find it absolutely amazing how hard you guys work. And, you know, like, I can message you and Steph's got me lines in half an hour and you've got it colored like 2 hours later. And it's amazing. And I'm so blessed and lucky to have you guys on my team as part of my Naughty Fairy family. And you guys have been there really, you know, I had Steph on just before book 3. And so I brought Steph in, and that was just before you started coloring, and then you colored book 3.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. And just seeing where your colors have grown from book 3 to now, it's crazy.
I know.
You are so good.
I have definitely developed my style a little bit. I have gone away from my personal, you know, what I personally think is I have definitely gone more towards the softness and the soft lines, and, you know, and I know we're going to have another show. We're going to talk about digital coloring. So we'll talk about that then.
Yeah.
But, you know, I definitely have gotten a chance to grow, but honestly, I have grown because of people like you and people like Steph and April and Lewis and, you know, Mark and Dustin and all the amazing people that we work with that let me grow. You know, working with April, talking about a collaboration, I just have to give her, Rob, I'm going to try it one day when I have a moment. I do like my digital, but, yeah. you know, like working with April, and I have to give her props that, you know, I mean, I love working with Courtney. It was the first time that I've worked with Courtney. Her lines were very easy. We talk all the time, so I felt comfortable with that. But when last time I worked with April, I did a piece for another creator. It's not out yet, so I don't want to talk about it. But April is amazing as far as references.
Yeah.
Now, this was a character that I have done, so I knew all about the character. But, you know, when you're working with somebody, like I said, I don't know what her vision is. I don't know what her thought process is, you know, and sometimes when you're drawing something, and we did this, and when we were just talking about this, when I colored somebody else's work for Wendy last campaign, and I was like, oh, that's a stage. I didn't realize it because when I look at it, I saw it different.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's hard unless, you know, so with April, I sent her the flats and I was like, okay, did I get everything right? Did I miss something? Is something, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, that's supposed to be curtain and not wall, or that's supposed to be, you know, bathing suit, or, you know, I mean, bikini top and not, you know, and so she was great. And she basically blew up my phone with reference photos, and it was amazing. I was like, I will work with April any day of the week because she is just so I sent her the flats, and then I sent her back, and then we went back and forth because the picture was a little on the darker side.
Yeah.
But the book is very poppy. So we're like, okay. So she's like, well, can you add some pop? So, we kind of went back and forth, and it was so much fun. And the piece, I can't show it to you guys, but the piece came out amazing. I think you've seen it.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
And, I don't know when this creator is bringing it out, but it's just absolutely amazing. But that is the important part from my way, from my side, working with creators, working with artists, is you gotta share. You gotta share information.
Yeah, you do. And that's how the best pieces get made. Yeah. They really do. So we've got a few new people in. So I just wanted to show your piece again because it turned out so beautiful. So like I know Michael is a huge Courtney fan. So Mike, I wanted to make sure that you got to see this. Let me take off this thing here. So this is the Courtney Rose regular and risque version, the naughty cover and the regular cover. So those are them, and they turned out absolutely amazing. And I absolutely love, and seeing them next to each other, you really see where those differences are.
Oh, they're gorgeous next to each other. It just made me sad.
Yeah, I hope people do, because this set is gorgeous. And these are available as add-ons. They're not part of a regular pledge, because these are super special. And I wanted to make sure that people get a chance to pick those up, because there's the regular, the unplugged versions, and then there's the colored versions. And the colored versions are just gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I really, like I said, I so enjoy doing it. And I like to push the envelope and make myself feel uncomfortable for a minute to learn. And I learned something new. And and every time I do work, I learn something new. And if you do something different, you grow.
Exactly. So. And it's hard as artists, it's hard to push that comfort zone sometimes, especially when you've got deadlines. You guys have like 7 million covers coming out in the next few months. And I know how busy you guys are, and I know how much your time is important. And when you do take that time to experiment, it slows it down, but the end results are amazing.
Yeah, downtime is just, it's a luxury for us, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, fortunately, it is a luxury for us. So, like I said, that's why on these private pieces that I work on, the things that aren't for a creator or supposed, done specific way, is when I get to push and play and work on some things. And, then they end up going to a creator anyway. So,
I know. Sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm ecstatic for this.
You guys don't even know how amazing, like, and I have my things nearby, and I want to just, and I can't. I have to contain. It's like our other top secret project. Like we have so much magic happening between Naughty Fairies and Bad Kerry Studios that this year is going to be just amazing. So,
and I think everybody's going to love it. And we're not talking $1 million, and we're not talking, I mean, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun coming this way.
Yes.
Stitches.
Wants to give away secrets.
Oh, she wants to give away secrets. Oh, trust me. You know how hard it is not to share?
It's so hard, especially this particular piece, because it is like I said, the one that's coming for this campaign is my favorite for this campaign. This piece that we're talking about is like going to be an all-time favorite, and it's going to be really hard to top because it is that incredible.
I'm talking about it, or she's going to want to show it.
I know. We've got to kind of stop talking about it, because that's kind of mean to everybody.
No, it's because she's going to want to show it.
And we're going to want to show it. But as soon as this Kickstarter ends, we can start showing it a little bit, and teasing it a bit. And
once we end the Kickstarter, we'll be able to show it. So this is a good place to stop so that I don't spill the beans.
Did we answer everybody's questions? I didn't know if there was any other questions or not.
Did anybody else have any other questions for us?
about collaboration and creation.
Yeah. So if you guys just give me about 5 minutes, I will have the individual books up on the add-on part of the campaign, and you can jump in and you can pick up the Courtney Rose and Kerry and cover set, or individuals. You can add on the naughty, the nice, or both, and they are absolutely beautiful. Yes. Would I show all the covers? All the covers from the campaign? Do you want me to go to the campaign? Or do you just want to see the
Go to the campaign anyway, Wendy. Let's see what you're at.
All right. So let's take a look. I can share over here. All right. So here's the campaign. Here's what we've got going on. We're at $24,060 with 215 backers. So thank you guys so much. You're amazing and can't do this without you. And here is our rockin' fans.
Love that page.
This has been so much fun because we've got so many people in here. We've got Shawnee, we've got Rob, we've got Sarah, Kevin, Joshua, Steph and Carrie Ann, Lorenzo, Bill, Kat, Paul, Tim, Haley, Chuck and Wendy. We've got Alton, Jeff and Dustin. I feel like the romper room with the little magic mirror, and I can see Perry and Darren, and Mike and Troy, Morgan and Dell, and there's Wendy.
I just had an image. What was the squirrel? Sherlock?
Yes, I think so. I think it was. So if you guys are part of the campaign and you back the project, you can send me your pictures to naughtyfairies@gmail.com, and I will add your picture to our Rock and Wall of Fame, because these are you guys. These are our fans. These are the part of the Naughty Fairy family, because as a backer, you are part of our family, and we are happy and honored to have you here with us. So as we continue, we do have our gold membership package still happening. If you bring in a new backer and they make a physical pledge, they help you get a gold membership, which gives you a gold member card and this print as well. So your gold member card and the print are this image of Sireness done by Steph and Carrie Ann. We've got our promotion project happening. That's always fun. You can use the QR code and print out the flyer and post it around town. Use these fun little photo ops to take a picture and then post it on social media. And then the top 3 will get a specialty one-of-a-kind patch, because each one will be different for that backer. And all participants will get a special little goodie included. So I appreciate and love all of you so much that I want to make sure everybody has a good time with it. We've got our record-breaking goals, all the free swag. We are at 33 unlocked stretch goals. And here are some of the covers. This was an add-on from CB and Gwen of Sireness that turned out beautiful. We've got our Ladies of Cosplay. We've got Karen Nicole, who has her campaign running right now, Unstable Frequencies, which is doing amazing. It launched last night. I got to be like backer 30-something, 32, I think. I was a little slow because I had to look at everything. I was so excited for her. She's amazing. I love Kara. We've got December as Ginger Snap. She did a fantastic job. This girl got this together in like no time flat. And here's another one. We totally collaborated on this. Like, I started playing around and she and I nailed out some different things. And I added freckles because December's like, I don't have freckles. You need to add those. I said, you got it. So there's freckles in there. Haley's butt. We always have to have a Haley butt. Morgan Bailey did a fantastic job on this piece as well. This was part of the Comic Unity, but she didn't get a cover. So I wanted to make sure she got a cover, as well as Sarah.
Love that.
Sarah did a great job. She's actually holding fire, ladies and gentlemen. She was so brave. I told her, I said, you are my hero and now my spirit animal, because there is no way I could hold fire and then hold it in my hands the way she did. Her hands are engulfed in flames there. And then the beautiful and amazing Marseille Phillips. She She's 8 months pregnant here. Like, she sent me this image the day she went into labor with her newest little girl. So I cannot thank her enough. She sent these to me and she's beautiful and she's gorgeous and she did a fantastic job. So this is where there's Haley. That's the interior front page. Some quick little interiors, general admission. This is the swag stuff. I'm trying to get to the covers. There's just so much good stuff here. It just takes a little bit. I'm getting there. We're getting to those individual covers. It's coming. All right, we're almost there. So we're almost there. Here we go. We get to the pledges. Here are the singles. These are your covers. These are what you're looking for. So this is the regular cover that I did, and a Naughty as her magical creature in the forest version, and then her nude.
Love them.
Jay Ferguson's Naughty and Nice, Naughty and Naughtier, I should say. Well, one's naughty and one's naughty with fire, so it's a little different. Marseille's her queen, which I just love because she's on her throne, and her reflections because she's got her little one there. Haley and her rockin' cover, her Motley Crue homage, which turned out amazing, and a booty. We've got Berna Sales, Ruben Rojas with his Naughty and Nice, and those turned out amazing. We love Ruben. Christina did a drawing of Marseille, which turned out beautiful. The lines on this are gorgeous.
That's beautiful.
She did such a fantastic job on this piece. And this is her wheelhouse. She does black and gray like nobody's business. Her pencil sketches are amazing. And JT's new to the Naughty Fairy family. And this is the Soul Scream cover. And I love the colors and the pop. And it turned out beautiful. I love it.
Her expression on that cover is just,
right?
It's amazing. It's just, you just kind of like, you have to look at it.
It turned out amazing. So beautiful. And, you know, JT, I adore him. And Sapphire Spectre is going to be coming out soon. So I'm excited for that one.
Oh, yes. We love it.
I do. And here is Steph and Kerry and Sireness. This is the Disney themed, or Disney-esque, I should say, magical forest. And we've got our little Foxy here, and he's getting mesmerized by the magic that is Sireness. And all the little animal friends. I love them.
Oh, they were so much fun to color.
They were so cute. Oh my goodness. And we've got a Naughty and Nice. And I love her expression. She's so cute. So cute. Alex Cocken, he did the interior for the comic Unity and was never on the main cover. So he had a Naughty and a Nice set.
Very nice.
Yeah, the Naughty is back here. So that's where the Naughty is happening. And Sarah, we love Sarah. Her piece was the zombie. She did this zombie Sireness version, which is Sarah. We got our Halloween theme, and I just loved how it turned out. It was so much fun. And then she did her Sireness band with the rockin' jacket, and I just love how this piece turned out.
Just amazing.
Turned out so fantastic.
I love the one with her holding the fire.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. We've got Lorenzo Sperlonga and his cover set, the Latex Queen, because he is the master of latex. He paints it like nobody's business. These pieces are gorgeous.
Yeah, I actually love the regular version of that just because the latex is just amazing.
It is gorgeous. Everything Lorenzo does, I'm just in awe. He's so amazing. I know we can't fawn over him too much.
That Steph went upstairs. We can.
Oh, okay. Right. No. I'm kidding. No. I love Lorenzo and he's adorable and he's such an amazing person. If you have not checked out Lorenzo's work, please go over to lorenzo.com and check out his web store. It is phenomenal. You will not be disappointed.
Oh, his art books are amazing. I was gifted a very nice art book for Christmas this year, and I love it. It sits on my desk, so it's just makes me happy.
It does. His work is phenomenal. We have quite a bit of it around the house, and um, it is truly special. It really is. Here is the Aussie cover, and if you guys have not seen the time lapse that April, oh, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's been a long day. That Kerry Ann did of this piece, it is phenomenal. She's got it. You've got it on your page, right?
It should be on my timeline. Yes.
Yeah. So it's on Kerry's Facebook timeline, and it's just under Kerry Ann. You can find her and check this out. It is absolutely amazing to watch her process, and you see when she brings in her references and how she plays with the lighting. I learned so much watching that from you that I was just like, that is awesome. I never thought of doing it this way, or I never thought of that. So you taught me some really cool tricks that I can play with.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. And this was one of those pieces that we were playing with. And I do have the naughty version of this, which ended up being a stretch goal because we didn't want to just have a naughty and nice with the same background. Right. And we started playing with different elements. So we have, Cyberness with Luna here, and then she's nude without Luna on the Black album.
Yes.
And then we even took it a step further, and then she ended up doing a studio set or a stage set without Luna dressed. And then you have the unplugged version, which has her and Luna. So we really tried to change it up quite a bit.
Well, I mean, she just popped, and no matter what we put her on, she was just popping.
Yeah, and she's gorgeous. And I love the highlights that you added into her hair on the ends. It just is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So beautiful. And we had so much fun when we were talking about all the colors that you put into her pants and down her leg.
I think I used
awesome
the whole
colors.
I used the whole rainbow on her pants.
But it turned out awesome. And it doesn't matter, like you said, where we put her, it was working. So it was really hard to really narrow down where we wanted to end, because we could have kept going, and we finally had to just say, stop, we're done. We can't do anymore. This is the April. This is the Fantasia themed piece, and it is gorgeous. She didn't use black lines. She went with like a brown line. And so that's why it looks more like that animation cell. And we've got the regular version, and she did a naughty version. And her original lines already sold. So that piece is on the campaign and it's sold. So
it's gorgeous.
We've got a lucky backer out there that's getting this piece. It's gorgeous. And those are the main ones. And then I did not add the Courtney add-on yet. It's not down here, but you can see the tiers. So for the most part, they're offered singly or as a set. And you've got the unplugged covers here. This is the Luna. Oh, wait. This was the Luna unplugged with the Aussie. I should say Aussie, but I've got Luna on the brain. So it's the Aussie unplugged, and you've got Luna and then the nude cover, but I've got to move it along because I forgot that, it wasn't censored. But if you pick up the Steph and Kerry Ann set, you get 6 books plus these amazing pinups. These pinups do make an appearance in the Ladies of Cosplay book. So if you haven't picked up the Ladies of Cosplay, Steph and Kerry Ann, this was another collaboration project that we started in Baltimore.
And there's a surprise in that book.
And there is a surprise in that book that I am not allowed to talk about. That one I'm sworn to secrecy. But there is a surprise piece that is not and has not been shown, and I'm sticking to that one. Absolutely. And then we've got our challenge coin. And if you guys get a chance to go check out the campaign, please do. Because Steph's over here making comments. I can't pull it up here. Here you go. Snitches. Yeah, no, I'm being good. I'm being really good.
Well, no, it's going to be really exciting. So if you do get it, you're going to see it, and then hopefully you'll share it. And at that point, we can talk about it.
Yeah, once it's shared out, then we can talk about it. But I can't do that right now.
No, the whole point is for it to be a surprise when you buy the book.
Exactly.
So that's why she can't show it. So
and I'm doing a really good job not sharing that out. I really am. And then we have here the greeting card set that you can pick up as an add-on. And so we actually have sold quite a few of those. I'm
they're
really
so
excited.
cute.
And they turned out adorable. And
Well, that was this is a perfect example of collaboration.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Wendy and I are talking one day and we're going, because I love bomber art, and your typical, your typical pinup style. It's where I always would navigate towards. So we were talking about it. She's like, yeah, so do I. And, it's like, oh, we should have Steph do. We can have and then we just started naming all these classic characters. And poor Steph is over on his desk and it's over back there. He's usually back there. And he's just going like this. Like, oh my God, what am I doing now? What are they having me do now? I was like, come on, it's just 4 girls.
It's 4 girls. And they're we have Rita Hayward.
Yes.
We've got Marilyn Monroe. We've got Jane Mansfield.
Yes.
And we have Betty Page. So those were our 4 girls. And we said, how cool would it be to have them cosplay as Naughty Fairy characters? And it was easy. It really was like almost a no-brainer in the end. And it turned out awesome.
Yes. And, Steph did not have to do a background.
I did the background. I put the background in for you.
You put the background
in.
And
it was so much
did
fun.
all the color. And Steph drew the girls.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is a classic
collaboration.
Thank
I know.
you.
I can't talk anymore.
It's past my bedtime. I can't talk.
We'll make it fast because the mystery envelopes are sold out.
Nice.
There are no more standard mystery envelopes, but mystery prints are available. Mystery metal prints are available. You can join the band. I think there's one left where you get drawn into the book. And retailer variants, we've got the concertees. These are fantastic. And this was another collaboration that we did.
Yes.
Because I was going back and forth about the logo design. And literally we were online together talking. And we came up with, I kept playing with it. And Steph would go, nope, try this. You would say, no, try this. And then we came up with that. And it turned out fantastic.
And then I remember Steph said something about the locations on the back. And then you and I were like, oh, the artist locations. And
yep. So all the names on the back, these are all different places that the artists have come from all around the world, which just makes it that much more of a world tour.
So if you want to see the Naughty Fairies family, that's where you have to go.
This is where you have to go to find everybody. You have to go to Brazil and Canada and Australia quite often.
Yes.
To catch everybody. And then you've got the Steph and Kerry Ann t-shirt, which, you cannot have a Naughty Fairy campaign without picking up your Steph and Kerry tee. The original art, Bruna's original, I actually have it here. This thing is amazing. And I wish I could show this off. Sorry. There, I should have censored it better. But the colors on this piece are absolutely amazing. And she painted this. So this is painted. It's gorgeous. All of the stuff that are available have sold out. April's sold out. And I do have a few more of April's pieces and one of Walter's. The Steph OA will be releasing again soon. Oh, thank you guys. Holy cow. Thank you for upping pledges. You are fantastic. Thank you so much. So I'm super proud and super excited about this. I don't know when that Steph is going to drop. I want to wait till this weekend's over because I know there's a lot of campaigns. There's a lot of things happening, and I don't want to get lost because I don't want people to be sad that they missed it because there's so much happening. So I probably will do it next week. So keep your eye out on updates and I'll post about it. But your guys are going to love that original piece. It is absolutely stunning. And, you never know. There's going to be more Steph and Kerry Ann the final week of the campaign. that you are not going to want to miss because it's going to be super limited.
Super limited, yes.
Super limited. Like we're talking like 7 and 3 and 5 limited. And these are going to be amazing. So you don't want to miss it. It is a very busy week for Kickstarter. I know of at least 6 that are dropping this weekend of my friends. So it's really hard. It's going to be tough. But you know what? We will all be fine. We'll make it through. It's like October all over again. October was tough.
Yeah, January I think has got October beat, but February will be here soon. So
well, I'm going to let you go because I know it's a late night, and I want to thank you so much for being on. You are amazing. Steph is amazing. Thank you, Steph, for hanging out with us, even though he's upstairs hiding.
Thank
or
you for
did he come
having
back
me.
down?
Yeah, he's down here now. Yeah, he's ignoring me. He's paying to the comments, but no. So I enjoyed this. Thank you so much for letting me come out. Coming out and talking about my process a little bit. And I can't wait. I think we're talking about digital coloring at the end of the month. So
yeah, we're going to be talking about digital coloring on the 29th.
Yes.
And the next show is going to be on Saturday this week. We have April Reyna, and her and I are going to be talking about traditional coloring techniques because she does a lot of really interesting and unique things when she colors. So we wanted to talk about collaboration overall, talk about the technical kind of more traditional coloring, and then you and I are going to discuss the digital aspect, which I think is a lot of fun. And I think if you have an iPad, I think it's one of those things that you could kind of play along or try different things that we talk about and just kind of explore where your digital skill set is. I think.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have some fun. So no, if you guys have any questions for me or by then or for Wendy, we both work in a digital media. So, definitely save them up, send them to Wendy so she knows what to ask.
And then we added 2 more people to the Naughty Fairy TV stream. So we will have an interview with Kara. Kara Nicole will be interviewing on the 23rd.
Nice.
And then the 24th, Ruben Rosas is going to be on. And we're going to be talking about various con stories and, kind of con life and those experiences, because you're not going to want to miss these. These are going to be good.
How fun.
Yeah.
Now Naughty Fairy TV is my new favorite TV show. So.
And it looks fantastic on your TV upstairs.
It does. I was so excited. For those of you guys don't know, I had the opportunity to meet April in Baltimore, and I just adore April. She was just like within instance. I'm like, I like this girl.
Yeah.
And to meet April, you realize she's just real, and there's no airs about her, and that's what I love about her. And so I sent her a picture in the middle of the show of my TV in my living room. And I was like, I am so excited you're on my TV. And Steph's like, well, Wendy's like, well, Steph's there too. I'm like, yeah, but April's there. Like, Steph's downstairs. I see him all the time. So it was just so exciting. So it was a lot of fun.
April is amazing. And Ruben, I mean, like, we can get going on a whole nother tangent, and I don't want to do that tonight. We'll save that for con stories. Yes. So if you want to pop in, you could be popping in with some fun con things. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you for everybody for tuning in. We are so thankful to have you as our viewers and for checking us out. Kerry, have a wonderful night, and I know I'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye. So I want to just thank you all for coming and tuning in. Have a wonderful night. The Naughty Fairy campaign runs until the 31st of this month. Be sure to check it out. If you can't back, you can share it out. That helps. And give me 5 minutes, and those individual covers will be posted of Courtney and Kerry's work. So have a wonderful night. Be good humans. Love you all. Bye.